Hi Flosstube, how are you? Today is Sunday, July 11th, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. And this is a channel primarily about cross stitch. And yeah, so I think it's been about 3 weeks since my last video. I've been on vacation the last couple of weeks, and when I say vacation, I didn't go anywhere. Other than to my parents' house. I did spend 2 weeks with them. They live on the other side of the state from me in Eastern Washington. And as hot as it was there, it was hot at my home as well. We had some record-breaking heat wave temperatures the last couple weeks. At my house, it hit 111 one day, which for Western Washington in June is unheard of. Where my parents are in Eastern Washington, the temperatures are quite normally hotter in the summertime, although in June not quite as hot as they were. I think we hit 116 or 17 one day, but they have a pool, so it was fine. But either way, made it through the heat wave. I didn't do a ton, did a little bit of stitching, not as much as I had hoped, but did a little bit of stitching. And then Mom and I had some projects that we worked on and kind of just hung out. I read a lot. I haven't read in a long time, which I'm usually a really big reader, but I hadn't read in probably the better part of a year. And I read 8 books, and I'm a fast reader, so, and I skim read a lot of times. So, you know, what are you going to do? Anyway, it was a nice 2-week break. It, needed to wind down from work and take a kind of mental break from that. So hopefully I'll go in rested and ready to deal with work again. We'll see. Other than that, things are pretty normal around here. Our state is opened back up, wide open pretty much. I'm still wearing masks, still not going to a ton of stores, but I don't suspect that'll change anytime soon. Our office is still work from home, probably until the end of the year. And so life for me is going to be pretty normal. I did schedule a haircut though. My hair is getting pretty crazy. So I did schedule a haircut for the first time. That'll be about 18 months. And I don't think I'm going to go back to my A-line cut quite yet. Since we're not going back to the office, I'm not ready to commit to a haircut every 7 weeks. But I'm going to get some of the length cut off and evened up and maybe thinned out a little bit. There's a lot of bulk in my hair right now, and it's driving me crazy. So, other than that, the weather is beautiful this Sunday, and I hope you guys are having nice weather as well. So, let's talk about some stitching, shall we? I'm going to start with haul today, and I got quite a bit of it. I've got more haul than actual stitching to show today, which is what it is, right? So I actually got this right after I filmed my last Flosstube. I joined Brandy B Stitch Me's Fabric of the Month for the first time in June, and I signed up for her 40 count Verdal even weave Fabric of the Month. So that came, and it's this beautiful, it's called Grog, and just a nice neutral color. I'm getting a 18 by 27, a fat quarter, and I'm really excited about a 40 count even weave, honestly. So I'm going to stick in her 40 count, trying to get bigger, not bigger, smaller counts of fabric in my stash. I have a lot of 28 and 32 count, which I still like 32 count. 28 count's not really my favorite anymore. 36 is quite quickly becoming my favorite. And so I'm gonna try to get some more 36 counts and 40 counts. Therefore, I'm in her 40 count Verdal. So looking forward to that for the next few months. So really great piece. I love this color. I'm excited. So I actually had this in my last video, but I hadn't, couldn't show it because it was part of a retreat that I was part of the last weekend in June. And so I had the package, but the retreat hadn't happened yet. So obviously didn't have it available to show. But I participated in the Acorns and Threads 25th anniversary retreat. I did not stitch during the retreat. I did participate in the Zoom for the entire time, but instead of stitching, I worked. So I had my work on my laptop, and because that was the very beginning of my vacation, and I still had some work stuff that I needed to do. So I had my work on my laptop on one side and the Zoom going on my Surface Pro on the other side. So I was able to participate and listen to everybody and that kind of thing and watch progress, but I did not actually stitch. It was a great Zoom. It was about 5 hours, I think. They did a lot of giveaways, a lot of door prizes. We played bingo. A lot of people jumped in to congratulate Acorns and Threads on their 25th. The designer for the piece was Liz Matthews from from Liz Matthews, and the chart she came up with was needle in hand. And this is such a great chart. She did the little acorn border. I don't know if you can see it, but the little house has A and T in there, Acorns and Threads. Very customized to Acorns and Threads, very pretty. And this is exclusive to Acorns and Threads right now. She did mention that she may make some changes to it and then release it in the future. But yeah, this is very specifically for Acorns and Threads. And I did end up snagging the frame as well. That frame was from Michael's. And so I ended up snagging that while it was still in stock as well. So really excited about that. I may start it soon. We'll see. It's not in my immediate plans, but I am going to stitch that and put that in that really pretty frame. So that was fun. If you ever have the chance to do an Acorns and Threads retreat, I highly recommend it. I think their next one is already sold out, though. They're doing the Pacific Northwest Stitchers Summit in the fall. October, I think. And that one's already sold out. That replaces their fall retreat that they used to do. And this will be the second year that they've done that. And it is remote. Again, they're choosing to do it remote one more year. Yeah, if you ever have the opportunity, they do the Stitcher Summit in the fall. January, they do a small retreat. And I don't know if June they normally do one in June, or if this just happened to be because of their anniversary, but they sell out pretty quick though. So if you have the opportunity, I highly recommend them. Okay. So then I bought some birthday charts for myself because my birthday was was 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago tomorrow. And I thought I was kind of perusing my wish list, and I thought I'm just gonna buy myself some charts. So I did. So the first one I bought was Little Shamrocks by Pieberry Lane. It's really cute little smalls, cute little Irish St. Patrick's Day type smalls. So I'm really excited about that. Then I got, this one's been on my wish list for a while, but every time I go look at it, it's out of stock. But I happened to catch it. It's Flag 1998 by Bent Creek. I didn't buy any fibers. I didn't buy any fabrics for any of these. I'm really going to try and do it for my stash, so we'll see. Let It Snow by Barbara Anna Designs. Love that one. Very pretty. And Stranded Jacks by Plum Street. Again, just little smalls. The whale and the mermaid. Everything to me. Those are the primary reasons why I got this one, was the mermaid and the whale. I will probably do that jack-o'-lantern as well though, because that is super cute. So should clarify, the orange jack-o'-lantern. Maybe the one in the boat too. I don't know. At least 3 of them will do. So those are the charts that I bought myself. And then a couple days after I put that order in, those are from 123 Stitch, by the way. And then a couple days after I put that order in, the news broke about Barb at Blackbird Designs. And there was a lot of Blackbird charts that I have in my wish list that I just, I'll get them. I'll get them. But then I was kind of feeling nostalgic because Barb had died. And so I went back and I put another order in. And so I actually ordered 6 Blackbird charts. I only have 4 of them. 2 of them were shipped separately. So those will be in my next video. But basket of cherries. I just love this one. It's very cute, very small, very simple. So, basket of cherries. Merry Christmas. Just a really pretty Christmas sampler. And Blackbird. And Strawberry Fields. There's a couple people stitching this right now, and I've been watching it again, and I'm like, I've got to get that chart. So I finally got the chart. So anyway, so yeah. And then, so that's all the haul that I have bought myself. I did have a couple other things to show. One of the gifts that my parents got me for my birthday was this chart called, it's called Sunflowers Make Me Happy, designed by Paula Rizzi of Puntini cross stitch shirts. I have not heard of the designer, and I have never seen this chart, and I love it. It is so pretty. It's just DMCs. It's on a 32 count linen and then DMC threads. So she got me that chart. Super excited about that. It looks like it'll be a pretty quick stitch, and sunflowers do make me happy. It's true. So I'm excited about that one. And then she, a year or two ago, had she had been making project bags, and she had been making them for a different reason for quilters in her community that they're part of. And then because of COVID, they didn't end up going down. And so she has these project bags. So I asked her if I could have a couple, and she said yes. So I took this one, Christmas one. Got a cute little, she did cute little charms on them. It's got a little stocking charm. Love it. Very pretty. And then I took this one as well because I loved it. So little umbrella charm on it. So anyway, so I took, those are mostly, I took them. And then the last piece of haul I got was actually a giveaway that I won on Instagram from the Brass Button. She had did a bag giveaway. She makes bags, and I won this. And so project bag, very pretty. I love it. She has a handle on them, which I think is fantastic. And it's really pretty. And plus it's a little bit bigger than some of the other bags that I have. So it's a great size, very cool fabric, love the handle. So I was really excited to win. I don't know if I've ever won anything on Instagram like that before. So anyway, so I'm really excited about this. So thank you, Jennifer at the Brass Button. This is great. I'm super excited about it. So that is my haul. Quite a bit. A lot more haul than I've had in a while. But anyway, so let's get to stitching. Not much to show. I did have a finish. I finished Snowman Photo Booth by Bent Creek. They're so cute. Look at that. I love it. I love that bottom one the best. Actually, that third one's pretty cute too. Anyway, so finished that. Mystery kitted 32 count linen. pretty much called for. I substituted one or two, but for the most part called for. And yeah, so probably flat finish this. I've picked up quite a few wood pieces lately, like at Michael's and some of the craft stores, Craft Warehouse in Eastern Washington. For those of you familiar with Craft Warehouse, they have a lot of wood stuff too. So I picked up quite a bit from Craft Warehouse and Michael's in the last few weeks. So I'll probably flat fold and maybe magnet it. I don't know. We'll see. But super cute. Super excited about that one. And that's my only finish. But I did have an FFO. And this is one that my mother helped me with. And I stitched this piece. I started it in 2018. It was a mystery Sal that, excuse me, that Satsuma Street had done with, was it so-and-so? They're no longer in business over in the United Kingdom. I think it was a 6-part Sal. And I had started it with really great intentions, and then of course didn't keep up. And then I kind of picked it up in 2019 and fiddled with it. And then I picked it back up in early 2020 and really, really put the effort in and finished it in early February of 2020. I love this piece. I love the way it turned out. It's fiddly because there's so many color changes, which is pretty often true with Satsuma Street, but it's one of the reasons why they look good. So this is Garden Party. And when Jody with Satsuma Street had posted this on Instagram, she posted her finish, which was in the shape of, which was a pillow that she had made. And I loved it. So my mom and I created this pillow, and I just picked an orange fabric that I thought would complement the colors in it. I wanted a bright one. I wanted a bright color, so that's why I went with the orange. And we made this pillow. We sat there and pinned it and measured and tried to do math that didn't work to try to figure out exactly the best way to do this. And finally, in the end, we just kind of winged it and cut it and kept our fingers crossed. And it turned out really good. So Mom did all the sewing because she's the sewer, and I love the way this turned out. So this is my FFO. Really excited about that. So that's it. Had no new starts. I did have a little bit of whip work to do. So I did pick up Snowman Village with the hopes of at least finishing one chart while I was gone. I started Peppermint Parlor. There you go, Peppermint Parlor. Didn't quite finish it. And I picked it up last night thinking, oh, I'll finish it. I'm so close to being done. And of course, you're never as close as you think you are, right? It's always going to take you longer. So here I am, pretty close, really. I have to fill in the door, and then I have the snow at the bottom. And then I just got to do the little back stitching in that box. But I really am not close. I'm not that far. And so my goal today is to finish that out, be done with it. And then I'll have 2 of the 11 charts done for that one. And Sandy is still ahead of me. She just finished her 5th one. But hopefully by the end of this month, I'll have a 3rd one done. So we'll see. I did also pick up, I took, because one of my goals for June and July was to work on my Lizzie Kate Boo Club Flip It that I'm doing on this banding. And so I took that with me, and I thought, I'm going to do that first chart. That was my goal for June and July, to get that first chart done. And I'm so much struggling with this piece, and this is why I UFO'd it to begin with. I'm just on the struggle bus with it. I did work on it a little bit. I finished the border. I am probably, if you're being real technical, one stitch off here from left to right. And while you can't really probably tell, I know it, and so I can tell. And beyond that, I'm not even sure that I am a big fan of the coverage because this is a 24 count banding. I've been debating on whether I should do 3 strands of fibers. I don't know. The other thing is that because I have to be so close to either side, a Q-snap doesn't really work, and that is much my preferred method of stitching is with a Q-snap. I don't even know that a hoop would be that much better, so I think I'm going to have to put this in a scroll frame. So now that I'm home, I'm going to put it in a scroll frame, see if I can live with the fact that it's a stitch off. Because I thought, oh, it'll be no big deal. I can just take 1 stitch out on the other side. No, I can't do that. It doesn't work because the whole pattern would be off. So if I'm going to pull it, I got to pull it all. Well, I got to pull most of it. So, and then I get to decide if, like I said, I can live with the coverage or if I want to go 3. I don't know. I am just on the struggle bus with this one. But if I can get that border figured out and get the coverage figured out, I know they'll go fast. They're just little Lizzie Kate charts. I mean, they're like these ones right here, which I can knock out in a couple days each. And so I know I just got to get past it. So that's one of my plans, is to try to make an effort on that. And that's it. That's all I worked on. Yeah, that is all I worked on for 2 weeks. Hardly nothing. But it was okay. Took a vacation. Read a lot. Relaxed. Sat in the sun. Sat in the pool. That was fun. So my plans for the rest of this month: finish Peppermint Parlor. Go do the next one, which is the frozen hot chocolate shop. So get those 2 knocked out. That way I'll have 3 done by the end of July. Feel pretty good about that. Really try to work out my issues with the Lizzie Kate piece on that banding. Really need to do that. And just kind of force my way through that. I think once I can get it started in a way that I'm happy with, it'll be fine. So that's my goal with that. And then the Olympics are starting, right? The Olympics are starting. And so I'm part of the Stitch All the Things group on Facebook. And they're doing an Olympic stitching SAL. And there's multiple choices, 3 or 4 different stitching choices. I think I'm going to do what they're calling the marathon stitching choice, which is you pick a piece and you stitch on it the entire Olympics. And it's not uncommon for me to do that, to pick something up and stitch on it the entire time. I've debated on doing Snowman Village, picking that up and stitching on Snowman Village, just getting as many of those houses done as I can, which in theory, during the course of the Olympics, I could get 2 or 3 done if I was pretty consistently stitching. And that's plan B. Plan A, as of right now, though, is to pull out my Haid treasure hunt bookshelf and work on that. So, yeah, this is my plan A plan right now. As of right now, I'm 3.5-ish pages in. I'm stitching this on 28 count easy grid Lugana. I'm doing 1/1 10 stitch. I'm almost positive this is only 1 thread. The back is so horrendous, it's hard to tell, right? But I'm sure this is only 1 thread. So 1/1 10 stitch. And like I said, I'm 3.5 pages in, and I think I could, the stitching on this actually goes pretty fast for me. I have the PDF on my tablet, and so I'm able to, which makes it honestly quite a lot easier because you can do symbol searches. And so what I tend to do is I tend to pick a color and do that same color in that vicinity. I don't necessarily go by page, but in that vicinity anyway. And then go from there and pick another color. So kind of try to keep it all clumped together as much as I can. So we'll see. We'll see what I do. My plan A is to work on my hade for the duration of the Olympics, which is what, 17 or 18 days. And then, like I said, plan B would be Snow Village and get some more of those little houses knocked out. So those are my plans. Snow Village until the Olympics, try and get my crap together on that Lizzie Kate banding project, and then do some Olympic stitching, settle in and do some Olympic stitching. So anyway, where are we at time-wise? 25 minutes? That's not bad. That's about all I got today. I kind of think it'll be a couple more weeks before I update again. If I update in 2 weeks, the Olympics will have just started. Maybe I'll try and do that. Do another video right as the Olympics start, because then that'll give you an update on where I'm at with Snow Village and that Lizzie K banding project. So we'll see. Anyway, I hope you guys all have a great Sunday and a good couple weeks of stitching. And I will see you again in 2 or 3 weeks. Bye.